The room smelled like old paper, polished wood, and tension. As Amira stepped in holding her son Zion's hand, every white face at the table turned to stare. Oh, Claire didn't even wait a second. "Oh, look, the maid showed up. How cute." Someone laughed, then another. A few didn't, but no one stopped it. Uncle Harold leaned back in his chair and muttered, "She's only here for the scraps. She's not family." Zion looked up at his mom, confused. "Mom, why are they so mean?" Amira didn't answer. Her grip on his hand just tightened. Claire crossed her arms and rolled her eyes. "There's no need for this circus. Father removed her from the will years ago. She doesn't belong." Amira stayed silent. Her expression didn't move, but her eyes were glassy. The lawyer walked in holding a thick brown folder. The room went still. He took his seat and opened the file. Zion leaned closer to his mom and whispered, "Mom, should I give him the video Grandpa gave me?" The classroom was quiet, except for the soft scratch of chalk on the board. Amira finished writing the last math problem and turned to see her son Zion sitting in the back, coloring in a workbook. It was after school. She had papers to grade. He had homework. That was their routine. He looked up and smiled. "Done, Mom." She smiled back, tired but proud. "Let me check in a minute, baby." When they got home, she pulled the mail from the box by the door. Bills, coupons, and then an envelope. Cream-colored, thick paper, no return address. She opened it slowly and read aloud, "You are invited to the will reading of Mr. William West." Zion tilted his head. "Who's that?" She froze. "My father, the one who never wanted me." Zion's eyes lit up. "But he gave me something once. Remember?" She didn't answer, just folded the paper and set it aside. He kept looking at her. "Maybe we should go." "Why?" she asked, voice low. "Maybe there's something you need to hear." She turned away, but the fear stayed in her eyes. Years ago, she left that house because they never let her forget that she was black, that she was the mistake. The lawyer adjusted his glasses and cleared his throat. "To my daughter, Claire, I leave the family house and all its contents." Claire didn't blink, just smiled. The kind of smile you give when you already know you've won. "To my brother, Harold, I leave full control of the West family business." Harold smirked and leaned back in his chair. The lawyer turned one more page. "And to Amira, as previously stated, nothing." Silence. Amira didn't move. Her face didn't change, but something in her eyes dimmed. Claire leaned slightly toward her and whispered, "Even in death he had taste." Someone snorted, a soft laugh, then another. The sound rippled across the room like poison. Zion looked up, confused and hurt. "Why do they hate you, Mom?" Amira didn't answer. She didn't blink. She just stared at the polished table, her hand gripping Zion's a little tighter. Her pain filled the room without making a sound. Zion reached into his small backpack, slow and steady. He pulled out a white envelope and held it out. "Grandpa gave me this," he said. "He told me, only give it to the lawyer if they treat Mommy bad." The entire room went silent. Claire scoffed. "That's a joke, right?" The lawyer looked confused but took the envelope carefully. He opened it. Inside was a small black USB and a folded note. He read it silently, his brow tightening. Then he looked up. "It says only play this if the room turns cruel." Claire rolled her eyes. "This is ridiculous." The lawyer raised his hand. "It's signed, the handwriting matches, and by law I must play it. It's authentic." He plugged the USB into his laptop. The screen blinked. Black. Then a word appeared in white. "Play." The lawyer glanced around the room, voice firm now. "This envelope contains a video, a recorded update from Mr. West. The language challenges the previously filed version of the will." Claire shot up in her seat. "This is nonsense. She's not real blood. She's a mistake. We all know that." The lawyer didn't flinch. "She is legally recognized as his daughter. DNA was confirmed years ago. And if this video proves he changed his wishes, then it's valid." Claire's voice cracked. "But she's black. He would never—" Zion stood up, eyes burning. He said she was the best thing he ever did. The room went still. Even Harold stopped chewing his gum. Claire's husband slammed his palm on the table. "Play the damn video." The video flickered to life. William sat at a desk, older, thinner. His voice was low but steady. "I was wrong," he said. "I let the world tell me my black daughter was less. I let pride and whiteness poison me." He paused, breathing heavy. "But she was love, and I see that now." Behind him, an old clock ticked. The silence between his words hit harder than noise. "I've changed the will," he continued. "The house, the business, the college fund, it all goes to Amira and her son Zion." He looked straight into the camera. "If they try to erase her again, this recording will stop them. I was racist, but I will not die a coward." The screen faded to black. Claire sank back into her chair, pale and trembling. No one spoke. Zion looked around the room. Calm, steady. The lawyer cleared his throat. "The new will is valid and active." One by one, they left the room. Some with guilt in their eyes, some with shame in their silence, none with words for her. Soon, only Amira and Zion remained. The lawyer gathered his papers, then paused. "Congratulations," he said softly. "You deserve this." And he knew it, in the end. Amira looked down for a moment, then slowly said, "I didn't come for revenge. I came to hear him say something I waited my whole life for." Zion tilted his head. "What did he say?" She turned to him, eyes full but steady. "He saw me. He finally saw me." The room was quiet. No noise, no hatred, no eyes judging her anymore. Just silence. And this time, it felt like peace.